3 whole years have passed since the events of Dragon Ball Daima, and after dealing with all the nonsense from the demon realm, Earth and its inhabitants would eventually find itself in a well-deserved state of peace. But what if a certain god bent on destruction came to threaten this peace? Or, what if Dragon Ball Daima was connected to Dragon Ball Super? Our story starts only a few months after the events of Daima. Goku works on his farm, living a very simple life, enjoying the peace considering the past 2 years he's had a lot of powerful enemies come to threaten the Earth. And although he was thankful to have a break from all that, he secretly wanted another strong foe to appear, and he figured it was only a matter of time before it did happen. So Goku still trained as much as possible. But it's worth noting, Goku's goals were a little bit different here than the beginning of Dragon Ball Super, because of one not so small difference. Super Saiyan 4. In this version of events, he's a lot less focused on overall training and more set on controlling the power of Super Saiyan 4, trying to utilize the form to its fullest extent, as it easily has the most potential compared to the rest of his transformations. The only problem with that is that no one else is nearly as strong as him. Sure, he can keep training by himself, but that would only get him so far. But if he had someone else who could keep up with him and allow him to truly push not only his own potential, but that of Super Saiyan 4's potential, there'd be no telling how strong he could get. Initially, he thought of Gohan. He was super powerful back when he fought Cell and Majin Buu, but he wasn't even there for the events of Daima and has been slacking on his training lately. So Goku, respecting his son's reluctance to fight, decides to not make him his training partner. But wait, Vegeta! He's perfect. Not only is he nearly just as skilled as Goku, but he quickly obtained Super Saiyan 3 right after seeing Goku do it. So who's to say he couldn't do the same for Super Saiyan 4? That settled it in Goku's mind. He'll train with Vegeta so he can reach Super Saiyan 4, and then there'll be nothing holding him back. So Goku asked Vegeta to be his training partner, and even though Vegeta didn't like the sound of Kakarot mentoring him to reach Super Saiyan 4, he'd eventually get over it, because he knew Super Saiyan 3, Ultra Vegeta 1, just couldn't keep up with Super Saiyan 4's power. Plus, he's been one step behind Goku for a while now, so he's ready to finally close the gap between them and even surpass Goku. So he agrees to the training. And they waste absolutely no time, starting their training immediately. And after about a year, sure enough, Vegeta not only unlocked Super Saiyan 4, but was nearly just as proficient with it as Goku. He had a little bit more time with Super Saiyan 4, so naturally he's just a bit stronger, but the gap between them is small enough that they can still push each other's limits during training. We know Saiyans training together is one of the best methods for them to grow stronger, so Goku and Vegeta training together for this much time consistently makes them a lot stronger than their canon counterparts at this time period. But Goku and Vegeta aren't the only ones getting stronger here. Goten will go with Goku to Capsule Corp sometimes, obviously to see Trunks, and they'll see their fathers train and get inspired to do the same, even joining them every now and then. Of course, they can't even remotely keep up when their fathers are at full power, but when they fuse, they can actually hold their own, even landing a few good hits every now and then. But as the training continues, now we approach age 778, aka the same year Battle of Gods took place. A suspiciously oversized purple cat has a premonition of a strong fighter, seeing a vivid silhouette of a truly powerful warrior worthy of challenging a god of destruction. There's only a few noticeable traits though, and that being the long spiky red hair and a red aura. The cat awakens from his nap and utters 3 words: Super Saiyan God. Meanwhile on Earth, Bulma's 45th birthday is taking place, and the whole gang is there, including Goku, but he's not technically present at the party, because he's training in the gravity room with Vegeta. But Vegeta eventually decides to leave, explaining he wants to be with his wife on her birthday, to which Goku looks confused, explaining he's missed plenty of Chi-Chi's birthdays when he was dead. Vegeta calls him an idiot and a horrible husband and walks off. But before he can leave, they both hear a familiar voice calling out to them. It's the Supreme Kai. Goku asks how he's doing, but is quickly shut down. Supreme Kai explains there's no time for formalities because this is an urgent situation. Beerus, the god of destruction, is headed their way. He explains how he came to the sacred world of Kais to ask the Kais about the current state of the universe, and also asked about any strong Saiyans that are still alive. He mentioned something about fighting a Super Saiyan god? The Supreme Kai lied to Beerus, acting ignorant to buy them some time, knowing this could mean some big trouble for the Earth. And he advises them to prepare themselves for an enemy even stronger than Buu or Goma, combined. This leaves the Saiyans shocked, especially Vegeta, who looks completely frozen by the news. So the Supreme Kai says he'll be watching to see if he can be of any use, and Goku and Vegeta rush out to go tell the rest of the Z Fighters. But as they leave, they notice 2 unfamiliar figures, to which Vegeta points to one and says, "That's him," explaining he vaguely remembers Beerus from a meeting he had with his father. And he tells Goku that if they get on this guy's bad side, the Earth is done for, so they need to be extremely careful with him. Goku hearing this hesitates, not really knowing what his next move is. An opponent stronger than Buu and Goma combined? This could cause some real problems real fast. But he realizes something. This is exactly what he's been waiting for. An opponent completely out of his league who can force him to achieve a new power that he can't even imagine. Plus, he's gotten so strong the past couple years, even if this guy is stronger than Buu or Goma, so is he. So he thinks there's a pretty good chance he can handle this. Goku rushes in front of Beerus, introducing himself as a Saiyan named Goku raised on Earth, explaining he knows he's here for a fight, but clarifies the safety of Earth and its people take priority here, so he shouldn't do anything stupid. Beerus looks at him and just bluntly asks if he knows anything about a Super Saiyan God, completely disregarding everything Goku just said. And Goku explains he is indeed a Super Saiyan, but he's not too sure about the God part. Beerus looks disappointed and asks where the other Saiyans are. Maybe they'll know something he doesn't. And Goku, realizing Beerus is losing interest in the conversation, asks him what happens if he doesn't find the Super Saiyan God here. To which Beerus responds, the same thing that always happens when a planet and their people waste my time. Destruction. Goku, taking this as a cue to fight, quickly powers up to Super Saiyan and asks if he's ready to see what Saiyans are really capable of. Beerus sighs, knowing this is probably going to waste his time, but thinks maybe fighting just a regular Super Saiyan could still be somewhat entertaining. So he tells Goku to show him what a Super Saiyan is really capable of. And Goku follows through with this, coming at him with the full force of a Super Saiyan 1, landing a direct punch on Beerus, but he just stands there. Beerus, seeming very annoyed, tells the Saiyan to hurry up and go all out, or he'll destroy him without a second thought. And Goku, almost feeling a little insulted by this, starts powering up to Super Saiyan 2 and then Super Saiyan 3. But he stops there. He wants to test out what this guy's really made of, so he doesn't need to go all out this early on, clearly ignoring Supreme Kai and Vegeta's warning. Goku says this one will hurt a lot more and to get ready, but Beerus doesn't move a muscle. Goku, thinking Beerus is off guard, teleports right behind him and throws a punch, but it's easily blocked. Shocked how easily he blocked an attack from Super Saiyan 3, Goku didn't know what to do next. Beerus did though. He flicks Goku's forehead, instantly knocking him out, disappointed that that's all the Saiyan had to offer. Vegeta watches in fear, wondering how someone could defeat a Super Saiyan 3 so easily, but then Bulma approaches him, wondering what's going on, why he's destroying everything as she doesn't even know him. Beerus, finding her extremely annoying, slaps her, knowing she probably knows nothing about the Super Saiyan God anyways. Vegeta sees this and completely loses it. He doesn't care who the hell this guy is. He's a dead man for attacking the prince's wife like that. So Vegeta powers up to full strength and then some, knowing he has to put it all in one attack. So he charges a green ki blast in his right hand and taunts Beerus, telling him surely a god such as yourself can take an attack like this. And while Beerus was not worried about this whatsoever, he was actually slightly impressed by this power. And he noticed red spiky hair, red aura, and appears to be a Super Saiyan transformation. This might actually be the Super Saiyan God. So he humors him, telling him to put everything he has into this attack. Vegeta, knowing everything is on the line here, does not hold back. The beam directly connects to Beerus, and the sheer power of this blast could have easily destroyed the Earth if Beerus didn't take the brunt of it. But as the dust clears, Beerus still stands there, which is the last thing Vegeta sees before passing out from exhaustion. We're going to go ahead and wrap up part 1 here. It was really fun making this, honestly, and I'm really excited about making part 2. I have full intentions on continuing this What If all the way throughout Dragon Ball Super. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments. Let me know you're liking this What If. But that's about all I got for you. Hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you on the next one.